Hi guys, Matt Thomas here at Cedar Rock Studio Guitar Gallery in Indiana. Today I've got the honor of producing a really special 2018 Mod D Bruce Petros. Now this is the first Mod D Petros I've ever seen. Now it's quite special. It's got a Bearclaw mastergrade Sitka top on it, which is just so lively for a Dreadnought. Over top of, look at this gorgeous Cocobolo. It's just so deep red. And I love how dark at times it gets. It reminds me a lot of what Brazilian does. Now it's bound all the way around with this gorgeous curly koa, and it does have an arm bevel. So even though this is a 16-inch Dreadnought guitar, getting over it does not feel like a big guitar. But that's also responsible for, they reduced this upper bout quite a bit and brought it in, even the waist. So when it sits on your lap, it feels like a smaller guitar. And as I've mentioned before, with the way that Bruce shapes his instruments, they're typically thickest in the belly here, not back here. So getting over it is really manageable. Now, before I move past the body, let's just take a little gander at that gorgeous radial cut Cocobolo rosette. I love what he does with those. Now, as you get into the neck here, one of the few Petroses that I've seen with no inlays on the fretboard. It's just plain and simple, and it does have a two-piece mahogany neck here with curly koa, but instead of those silver pipes, they have the mother of pearl dots in there. Now it does have a Cocobolo back head cap here, and with gold Goto 510s with Cocobolo buttons, and a Cocobolo head cap with that Petros and the flamed koa. Now another thing I should mention is it does have a soundboard, so you can really hear it. It's a loud guitar. It's a very full, all up and down the neck. It's pretty ridiculous for a Dreadnought to sound like that. Now, as I had mentioned with Bruce's guitars before, he does intentionally put a belly up to this center point so that it doesn't want to cave or change in shape, and he does intentionally carve the bridge back so that the pins come in at a negative angle and the saddle doesn't want to tilt forward and change the intonation, of which, as you could hear, this intonation is phenomenal. It's ridiculous. Now this has got a very robust sound. It could work for either flat picking or fingerstyle. I think with flat picking it would just provides so much chordal palette for things. It might actually provide for a really great foundation for flat picking as well. So it could be a great layer instrument or even a singer-songwriter instrument because it stands so well on its own. Now, as like standard with all of Bruce's guitars, he has 1 13/16 here at the nut width, but he carves it real intently so you can get your hand all the way around and it doesn't feel cumbersome. And it is 2 1/4 at the saddle, so if you want to do some intense flat picking you can, but it's also wide enough for fingerstyle. Now if you have any further questions about this really special Mod D Bruce Petros, message Alan at cedarrockstudio.com, and thanks for listening.